I've made a lamp. It is an old electric meter that I've had around for a while, and I thought that would make a nice birthday present. So somebody's birthday is coming up soon, and I thought they need a lamp in their life. What took most time is this base. I've used a piece of oak and I've ebonized it with wire wool and vinegar, and it's quite involved, and some tannin stuff, tea, can't even say it. I'll write it on the video. It's turned out, it's a nicer finish because it gets down into the wood, a more durable finish on it altogether. If you enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you really like the video, maybe a subscription. It costs nout. Happy birthday to somebody. This is all the bits and pieces I need for the lamp. I think so anyway. So I've got the casing, lamp casing, because it's pretty heavy with everything in there. There's a transformer in there, so I've taken all the bits out, or most of the bits out, and I always keep them, you never know. Got the lamp holder, it's chrome. I just thought it looked nice chrome with the black. They're 10mm threaded tubes. They use them a lot in lighting anyway. Of course, the nuts that go on there, 10mm nuts. Now the thread on these, it's a tighter thread. A normal thread won't fit on the outside, so it's a bit tighter thread. I don't know what it's called, and I'm sure someone will tell me. I'm going to sleeve the thread with a bit of chrome copper pipe. It's copper pipe that's been chromed, and use them in bathrooms and things like that. And I wanted to do all the wiring inside this box. I'm going to feed through this clear pipe to give it like a double insulation. I'm using black braided cable, and I think it'd give that kind of antique look as well at the same time. I'm using heat shrink at the ends of the cables to stop the nylon from fraying, so that'll keep that nice and tidy. I've also got this, it's going to be an inline switch rather than the switch actually on here. I was going to have a switch on the box itself, but I thought it'd be nicer with an inline switch, which is black of course. It's all going to be connected to this piece of oak. How I'm going to connect it is, I've got some studs here, double threaded studs, so that'll be threaded into the oak. The terminals that are in the bottom of the meter, it will be going over it, over the stud, and then you just tighten it up, and then it's not going to move at all. So I'm going to have 2 or 3 underneath, and some thread lock to make sure things stay in place. I've also got some brasso to make everything all nice and shiny, all the chrome and bits and pieces. The first thing I want to work on is the piece of oak. Now, as you saw on the start of the video, I ebonized all this, and it's quite involved. So I want to get started on this to let it soak in whilst I work on the rest of the lamp. So I'll just work on this. I want to put an angle just on this to make it look a bit nicer. So I'll do that first. Gazing at the sun, imagining the planet, this place. Right, after that machining, I'm now going to do a bit of ebonizing. Now this, I'll give it a light sand, but not too fine, because you want the pores open enough for the stuff to soak in. But what I've done is another video on how to make the iron oxide and how to make the tannins. So I'll put that in right now. I had a look online and on YouTubings, and they were using doing some ebonizing. So I thought I'll have a go. It's taken a lot to get this far, so that's all I'll say. So what I did is I got a tub and I chopped up loads of bit. This is 40 grade on it, 0000, and then you chop it up finely because it needs to be nice and fine. Chucked it in there, and then half filled that with wire wool, and then the rest of it with distilled white vinegar, and I'll just let it sit there, and I've been testing it every few days to see what it was like, and this is what it looks like at the moment. That nice, yeah, you wouldn't want to drink it, but when you're letting it settle and you seal the lid, make sure you drill holes in the top of it because it does give off gas. Then I sieved it using my wife's sieve. She doesn't know I got that actually. Poured it into the cup, and then to take all the steel wool out of it, then poured it into this. This is like this is what those tubs that you use on the like burger stores and that for your mustard and stuff. And then it says if there's not enough tannins, because this works with the tannins inside the wood, you can get an extra boosty bit of tannins by using that. Now it is, I got it online, it is called, and I'm sorry to say this, but it's Quebracho. I'll put it up on the screen and you can see what it is. Quebracho red. I think it says it's natural plant dyes and extracts. I think it's off a bark of a tree, I think, and then it gets mashed up. And it's like tea stuff. Don't breathe it down. It's not good for you. Wear a mask when you're actually doing it. It's sealed there in the moment. So you put that in, I'll put 1.5 teaspoons of that and fill the rest with water and give it a good old stir up. And every time you want to use it, just stir it up a bit. The first thing you do, I'll show you how it works, right? So how quick we can do this. Now this has been sanded, I only sanded lightly down to about 180. And then to give it a bit of boost, we'll put this on. That's because it's messy, and that's it. So, but you're supposed to let it dry in between coats, so I'll just dab it. Then I'll use some of the special potion. I think it's called iron oxide. After you do this to it. Right, see how long it takes to make this go black. Right, it's going black already. There's a bit too much on there, see? Now you can actually see that turning black already. And that's only had, what's that, 15, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, something like that. So, and you can do lots of coats of it. If you let it dry in between, leave it 10 minutes to dry, then come back and do another coat of stuff. And it does come up a really nice colour, black. Now I did have another test piece somewhere. That's the test piece I've just done before this bit. And you can see how lovely dark colour it is. Make sure you keep your brushes separated, or else it'll get contaminated and then you'll be in trouble. I've just slipped over the piece of chrome over the tube. Alright, what I'm going to do is put that 10mm nut on there to tighten everything together. First thing I'm going to do is use some thread locker. It's just a normal stuff, not really strong, so just in case I need to redo it again. That's supposed to have been a little drop. A lot of it's come out now. Oh my god. I'm going to put a washer on first, and then through, then another washer, and then a nut. It should be enough clearance for the mechanism to go back in. Thread lock in there. That in position. I decided on that sideways like that. So that's sideways. Siding it up as much as I dare. I've decided I'm coming in the bottom there. In between there. These three I wanted to, that's how I'm going to fix it down to the piece of timber. That one, it's steel sleeved in there. So what I'm going to do is come up in between. That there is to hold the cable so it don't slip out. That's the idea. The only thing with this is that if it veers off or anything or catches, then the whole thing is shatter. I don't know why they make them out of this plastic so brittle for. I know it's supposed to be a good insulator, but who knows? 2 of the stain. I've already put another load of the old quadribacterial tea on it. So now I'm going to do another run of the iron oxide. Oh, by the way, I'm holding these up on some rivets. I just thought that's all I had really. Oh, this is the bottom. Oh. See if we can go a bit darker. To stop the braided cable from fraying at the ends, I'll put some of that heat resistant automotive tape on and change the fuse over to a 3 amp from a 13 amp and then secure that, tighten these up nicely, not too much that you squash the cable, but just enough so it's not going to fall out. And that's it. So what I'm going to do now, by the way, if you're not happy with even doing a plug, don't bother, just get spark.
Reflection of you and I.